World Series, where tonight New York will take on D.C. For those of you waiting for the Great Lakes region, Michigan, Kentucky game to start. It hasn't started. They're in a rain delay. When they do start, we'll let you know and we'll tell you where you can find that one. But we are set for baseball here in Bristol, Connecticut. Hi again, folks, and welcome to Bristol, Connecticut. This is home to the Eastern region, which means we play the New England Regional and the Mid-Atlantic Regional. And tonight it's the Mid-Atlantic Regional that's center stage as New York, 2 wins, takes on D.C., 1 win. Go to the upper right-hand corner. That's where you see New England, and just below that, the Mid-Atlantic region. Pennsylvania has gone home. So has Maryland. Delaware also out. Elizabeth, New Jersey still alive, as are Haverstraw and D.C. The winner tonight moves into the final from the Mid-Atlantic region, and with 1 more win, we'll go to Williamsport. This is the division of Little League International. There are 6 teams, ages 10 through 12 this year. With the new age limitations, there are no 13-year-olds. The games last 6 innings, and if you have a uniform, you're going to either play the field or at the very least get a chance to have the bat meet the baseball. Good evening. Welcome, everyone, alongside Dave Belisle, a 2-time guy that has taken his teams to Williamsport with Cumberland, Rhode Island. Tomorrow we'll see Rhode Island and Connecticut, because that's what happens. You see Connecticut and Rhode Island play. Tonight, though, unique. You got Washington, came from behind to beat New Jersey, and they will take on New York. You got 2 superstars on the field, each of which coming off 3 hit games. Let's talk about Mr. Becker.
Well, both of these gentlemen are both excellent, and as a coach, I want him on the field. Nick Becker has it all. He's a tremendous athlete, leadoff hitter with power, can run and can field the position at shortstop better than I've ever seen.
All right, so Becker's one guy. Who's the other guy?
Well, we have a team leader, and Will Toomey. We got D.C. in the semifinals. When have you ever heard that before? Well, the reason being is Will Toomey. He's cool, he's calm, and he too is an unbelievable athlete. You're going to enjoy him.
All right, so we'll see Becker, we'll see Toomey. Those are the 2 guys that are central figures, but at Little League, you got to have everybody contribute. And tonight it's going to be either D.C. or New York moving on. We'll find out when we come back.
The Little League World Series is brought to you by Land Rover, above and beyond.
Carl Ravitch set to play in New York and D.C. And you see that Elizabeth, New Jersey is waiting in the elimination game. That'll be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. The loser of this one will play New Jersey. All right, Haverstraw, New York. They are batting first. Let's meet the team. 35 miles away from New York City, a population of almost 40,000, 3 New York State titles. And they got folks that have been involved with Little League for a long, long time, trying to get to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Here are the kids and the coaches.
Hi, my name is Jason Fabry. I'm the manager of the Haverstraw Little League All-Stars, and here are my coaches.
My name is Jeff Becker, hitting coach.
My name is Brian Riley, pitching coach, and here's our team.
Hi, my name is Jacob Nero, and my favorite athlete's Derek Jeter.
Hi, my name is Michael Gizzi, and my favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge.
Hi, my name is Matthew Odenbach, and my favorite baseball player is Derek Jeter.
Hi, my name is Jaden Torres, and I'm a human megaphone.
Hi, my name is Gabe Reyes, and I have the quickest hands on the team.
Hi, my name is Joseph Savignano. My favorite baseball player is Chris Bryant.
Hey, my name is Jose Olivo, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, my name is Jack McCardle, and I break metal baseball bats.
Hi, my name is Josue Santana, and my favorite athlete is Francisco Lindor.
Hi, my name is Jaden Casada. Back home to call me JQ in Quesadilla. I'm behind the play on the Great Wall of China.
Hi, my name is Nick Fabry, and my favorite athlete is JJ Watt.
Hi, my name is Nikki Becker, and I hit triples.
Hey, my name is Jeffrey Diaz. Back at home, they call me Mr. Wangu or the Dominican Hulk, and I hit moonshots.
Hitting moonshots and the great. If you're going to have a catcher, you want him to be the Great Wall of China. I mean, that is nothing's getting by him.
That is beautiful. That really is.
All right, there's your guy, Jacob Goldman on the mound. He had an interesting night the other night, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did, up and down, but he ended up on a high note, and I expect him to be pumped up for this outing today.
Here he was the other day. He thought there were 3 outs. There weren't 3 outs. Ended up costing them 2 runs. So he was all bummed out and really down in the dumps. And then in the 6th inning, wouldn't you know it, Jacob Goldman becomes the hero with a walk-off shot. And now tonight is on the mound and set to throw the first pitch of the game, and he does so in there for a strike.
And he did pitch in that first game and pitched pretty well. But to end up on a high note like that, he's got to be nothing but satisfied and ready to go today.
Shortstop, the guy you talked about at the top, is Nick Becker. And he's quickly ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, Nick had a great first game also. But when he hits the ball, he has speed. He's very patient.
And he pulls that one foul down the line, hit it hard off the fence out there, 225 feet away.
Well, how would you like to have a leadoff hitter like this with power throughout the whole New York tournament? Not only did he score the most runs on the team, but he was only second in RBIs.
There's another one deep to left field, and that one's going to get down and head towards the track. And Becker, who's flying, is going all the way to third. He didn't stop, and he's in there with a triple. And he's out.
I guess when he popped up the bag.
Yeah, he came off the base. Heads up play by Logan on there to keep the glove on him.
Wow. Because as advertised, you heard him in his little bio. He said, I hit triples, but watch, here's the slide. Even when he pops up.
Oh, yeah, he takes every part of his body off the bag.
Yep. That's too bad. He just couldn't anchor that hand on the base, and his foot came off.
Foot and hand came off, and then the next batter, Jeff Diaz, gets plunked by the pitch, a breaking ball that didn't break. So Nick Becker credited him with a double, and then they put out 7-6-5.
Hey, how about Logan Ando? You know, put
Great
that
job.
tag on.
That's something these kids have learned, too, from watching with all the replay in Major League Baseball. You never take your glove off the base runner as he's coming off the bag or sliding into the bag, because he will pop off. Fastball in there for a strike to Gabriel Reyes. He's playing pitcher tonight.
That's too bad, though. That was a beautiful hit. And just, did you see him run? He can run.
He didn't stop.
He did not.
I know that.
Stop. He'll have another shot.
That one gets by. Diaz quickly down to second base. And he will stay on the base. So a steal on a pass ball. And they get the sense, at least early, that DC is going to be dealing with an aggressive team from New York tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna run right from the get-go. Right from the get-go. Good base running right there. You got to be ready on the bases, and that young boy was.
The New York group will tell you that they really will go as far as their first 5 will take them. They'll get contributions from everybody, but the top 5 in this batting order has been the group that has led them to all their wins. Sunday they beat Maryland 9-2. Quesada, who's on deck, had a couple of hits and 3 RBIs.
1-2.
Goldman ahead, maybe an off-speed pitch here. And this one in the hole between first and second, fielded cleanly, and the throw is made by Morelli.
Well, nice pitch here by Goldman, right on the hands, and ties up Gabriel Reyes. A nice job by Patrick Morelli to stick with that ball, make a good play. So this will be disappointing for New York here if they can't get a run across after that lead-off double, but cut down at third.
Fastball away, misses. This is a tough hitter, too. Jaden Quesada, the catcher. There's a pitcher ineligible to pitch today.
Oh, nice off-speed pitch right there. He needs to mix it up, especially against these dangerous first 5 hitters for New York.
Fastball on the ground, fair ball off the glove of the third baseman. It goes off On's glove. Diaz is into second base, standing up is Quesada, who continues his hot hitting, and New York's got a 1-0 lead.
Well, Quesada turns on this fastball. What a beautiful swing right there. Just off the glove of Logan. Good try right here. He reached as far as he could. Ball was hit too hard. That's a good job by Diaz, anchoring the bag, making sure that if he stays on the bag, just in case it hit him.
See, they're trying to stay away, Dave, from these guys. And a lot of these guys from Diaz, Reyes, Quezada, all with home run power. Jaden Torres, the right fielder, comes inside that time and now behind 2-0.
As you notice, Goldman has been trying to come inside. He's already hit a batter, but he needs to stay there. He can't be intimidated by the fact that he did hit a batter. He's got to stay inside or hit the outer edge, because anything over the middle of the plate against this team is going to be trouble.
That one's down the middle for a strike.
Very patient team, New York. They do love to hit, but they're going to hit their pitch.
Great Lakes region dealing with rain. We have some ominous skies overhead here in Bristol as well, as that one is bounced and down to third base. Moves Quesada, so another man 60 feet away.
Well, this is bounced way too in front of George Lee right there. No shot to block that ball. Good hustle to retrieve it, but
I think we're going to call this game right now, because we just saw a flash of lightning down the right field line, which is within about 8 miles or even closer. So they're going to pull the players off the field here and deal with some rain on the way. So we are in a rain delay just like they are at the Great Lakes. Not Little League cooperative weather right now, although you can see there is some clearing on the horizon. Back to the studio right now.
Thanks, Ravi. We had 6 Little League regional semifinals scheduled today. We're halfway home, but have hit a bit of a hiccup with weather both in Indiana and up the road from our studios at Giamatti Little League Center as Washington, D.C. takes on New York. We'll keep you up to date on all things happening there, but no time like the present to catch you up on the games from earlier today, starting in the Northwest region between Oregon and Idaho. The boys from Coeur d'Alene came all this way. Why not get aggressive on the base paths? Bottom third, already up 1-0. Throw back to the pitcher. Jason Ross sends his opportunity. Slides home safely. Idaho doubles their lead. They led by as many as 3-0. Top 4, it's 3-1. Oregon up, bases loaded. Gavin Price cashes in. Bases clearing double. Oregon takes a 4-3 lead, and spoiler alert, they would not look back. Take your top 5. It's now 5-3. Carson McNally up, runner on third, straight shot to center. Oregon getting an insurance run. It's 6-3, top 6. Sullivan Puckett getting in on the fun. He went 4 for 4 on the day. Oregon goes up 7-3. They win 8-5. They're going to the Northwest Regional Final. They get the winner of the game between Idaho and Washington tomorrow in that title game. Semifinal in the Midwest. Our first game of the day, Minnesota against Iowa. Minnesota's Drew Law had a day. RBI single, advances to second on the throw. Helping his own cause, Minnesota goes up 1-0. Top second, Iowa ties it. Brady Andrews, opposite field hitting. Ball goes all the way to the wall. Andrews goes all the way to third. RBI triple ties it at 1. But Law dialed in for Minnesota. Strikes out Mitch Hutchins. Don't worry, Mitch, you had company. Drew Law on the day, 15 strikeouts. And this is with an 85-pitch limit, mind you. But in the top of the 6th, that velocity used against him. Will Nuss going the other way into a crosswind, carries out. Iowa goes up 2-1. Law devastated on the mound. One mistake proving costly. Bottom 6, Jackson Knutson of Minnesota trying to spark the rally, but Carson Crabb with the grab. Iowa goes on to win 3-1. They're going to the Midwest title game. Big day for Iowa. Major League Baseball had just announced that Field of Dreams game, and Iowa moves on to the Midwest Regional Final. In New England, Giamatti Little League Center, site of D.C. and New York earlier today. New Hampshire against Rhode Island. Dylan Gaudette, RBI single. New Hampshire goes up 1-0. Same score. Bottom 4, runners at the corners. Rhode Island threatening. They're low-key a juggernaut of New England baseball. trying the double steal. Runner slides in. Umpire rules him safe, but New Hampshire challenges. Catcher makes the tag. Didn't block the plate, so the call is overturned. Still 1-0. Same score, top 6. Noah Durham, bye. Homer to left. Rhode Island up 2-0 now. Bottom 6. It's now a 2-1 game. New Hampshire up 2-0. Bottom 6, Rhode Island's cut it to 2-1. Tying run at second. Nate Kaya strikes out James Caldarella to end it. He was locked in. New Hampshire wins 2-1. They're going to the New England Regional Final. Here is our schedule today. Kentucky and Michigan hanging out in Indiana. We got Bands of Lightning there. Approximate renewal time will not be earlier than 8 p.m. Eastern. DC and New York in a rain delay. 9 p.m. later tonight from Southern California, NorCal against Hawaii. Live shot of the wind and the rain in Bristol, Connecticut. Don't go anywhere. We're keeping you up to date with all things Little League World Series as they develop right here on ESPN. Stick and stay. Little League World Series regional tournaments underway momentarily from the Mid-Atlantic region in Bristol, Connecticut. DC and New York played to resume at 8:25 p.m. Eastern. 12 minutes later, the Great Lakes region, after hours of delay in Indiana, Kentucky and Michigan getting ready to retake the field. That available on the ESPN app. And first pitch from the West region, 9 p.m. ESPN News from San Bernardino, California. Hawaii against NorCal. No signs of bad weather there, just quality baseball up ahead. Welcome in to our ESPN studios. Phil Murphy here with you. 6 Little League regional tournament semifinals on the agenda today. 3 in the books. Those were the easy ones. Mother Nature threw us a bit of a curveball with the late games, but we'll have you back momentarily to Giamatti Little League Center in Bristol, Connecticut. Earlier today in Bristol, Connecticut, the New England Regional Semifinal, New Hampshire against Rhode Island. Top third, New Hampshire's Dylan Gaudette, RBI single. A little bit of clutch hitting there with a man on base. New Hampshire goes up 1-0. Same score, bottom 4, runner at the corners for Rhode Island. They're threatening. This team has low-key become a juggernaut of New England baseball. Double steal works, runner safe. However, New Hampshire challenges. Catcher makes the tag, didn't block the plate, so the call's overturned. Still 1-0. Same score, top 6. Noah Durham takes it to left. That ball will carry. New Hampshire doubles their lead. They are up 2-0. Bottom 6, Rhode Island's cut it to 2-1. Tying run at second. Nate Kaya having to dig deep. Ring him up, painting the corner. That will end it. New Hampshire wins 2-1. They're headed to the New England Regional Finals. They will play in the championship game 2 days from now. But we have another semifinal, same field, DC against New York. Let's get you out to Giamatti Little League Center. Coach Belisle and Carl Ravitch standing by with all the action, boys.
Apologize to those that were embracing the marble racing as the Ocho played here tonight. We're set for baseball one more time. New York and Washington, D.C. in the Little League World Series. David Belisle, two-time Williamsport coach with the Cumberland, Rhode Island team, joining me, Carl Ravitch, here as you take a look at the United States. We are focused on the Mid-Atlantic region where we saw 6 and we're down to 3. New Jersey is awaiting the loser of tonight's game between Haverstraw, New York and Washington, D.C. We have played just 2/3 of the top half of the first inning. Division at a glance, this is a division of Little League International. There are 6 teams. It's a double elimination format, ages 10 through 12. No 13-year-olds this year. 6-inning game, 2/3 the conventional field size, and there is a minimum mandatory play rule for everybody that is wearing uniform. Our bracket looks like this. Mentioned we're down to just 3. New Jersey actually lost in a big come-from-behind win from D.C. earlier this week. So D.C., by virtue of that win and a bye, has only played 1 game. This is their 2nd game. New York has played 2, and they're 2-0. New Jersey's played 4 times already, and they are waiting to see who they will face tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. As the teams start to move back onto the field, we take a look at how we got to where we're at, which is currently a 1-0 New York lead. Haverstraw, New York is about 35 miles out of New York City on the Hudson River with a population of almost 38,000, and they have been very successful in baseball with 3 New York State titles. going back as far as 1957. United States capital is Washington, D.C., with a population of almost 700,000. They get an automatic bid to the regionals, and that started back in 1998. We have seen years and years of teams that are close and have yet to get over the hump. And right now they're finding themselves down. Jacob Goldman is on the mound and warming up. But first batter he faced was Nick Becker, and Becker drilled one to the wall and left here. And you watch, in all of his excitement to celebrate with his team on that third base dugout, he pulled every part of his body off the bag. You can see him looking into the dugout, but his foot and hand came off. So he was tagged out. Later in the inning, Jaden Quesada, the number 4 hitter, hit one off the glove of the third baseman. It was good for a double. It drove in the first run and only run of the game. And then we had the tarp come on the field in a rain delay that lasted about an hour, and it was pretty heavy for a while. It is obviously stopped. And that's Jaden Quesada there at third, waving to his large fan base.
We're going back to that first inning, Kyle. How about that Logan Ann? He knew he had him when he came off that base. He was looking right at the umpire, smiling. I got him. And he put the tag on Becker. That was a big play so far in this first inning. That's the leadoff potential triple. But right now we've got 2 outs and a 3-1 count. And a good hitter up.
That's Jaden Torres. He's the right fielder in the New York win against Delaware. Jaden Torres had 3 hits, scored 3 runs, drove in 2. He's got a favorable count after a delay that lasted about an hour and 10 minutes.
And they're aggressive, New York. They'll come right out of this 3-1 pitch. If it's good, he's hacking.
And that's ball 4 after 3-1. 1 pitch, and he's to first.
That was almost a 1-hour pitch right there.
Long at bat.
Long at bat.
Alex Cora would be proud. Jose Olivo Jr. bats now. He's the left fielder.
First and third, we should see some running. They run.
Yeah, and Torres got a lot of energy, a lot of talking. Keeps his team up. He may keep moving now. Gets a big lead at first, and he retreats back to the bag. Oliva Jr. at 5'5", 105. Swing and a miss.
I think the key positions right here for Washington to eliminate this first and third situation with run play. The main one is this Will Toomey. He is smart, and the play would probably come to him if there was a throw.
Doesn't chase, and the runner's just given second base bag. And again, you get past Torres in the New York lineup, and things are a little different. Those first 5 are so tough to get out. Now it's going to be up to guys like Olivo Jr. and Nicholas Fabry, who will be on deck. Fouled off.
The pitch right there by Goldman. Staying even on the count. You cannot afford any BBs out there. Base on balls would be a killer for DC, just like any team, but especially here with this explosive New York team. Don't want to give anything extra.
Having played just 1 game, Toomey, who is the shortstop tonight, threw over 85 pitches, so he reached his maximum. He wouldn't be available tomorrow, and again, a loser plays New Jersey tomorrow. So Washington, D.C.'s pitching depth, it's funny, because they don't have a lot of it, gets tested here if they lose tonight.
That's a good pitch right there.
On the infield, it's caught by the second baseman, and a good job by Patrick Morelli. So only 1 comes in, they leave 2 on. D.C. to the plate for the first time. In the field for the first time as Washington, D.C. gets set to come to the plate. They rallied, scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th on Monday to beat New Jersey, and they're going to have to come from behind again. Let's meet the team.
Hi, my name is Mark Morelli. I'm the manager for Northwest Washington, D.C. Little League, and here are my coaches.
Hi, I'm Pete Robinson, and I'm the bench coach.
Hi, I'm Bill Blyer. I'm the third base coach, and this is our team.
Hello, my name is John McMurray, and my favorite baseball player is Mookie Betts.
Hi, my name is Ben Blyer, and my favorite baseball player is Buster Posey. Hi, my name is Daniel Pio, and I lost my voice from cheering too much in our win.
Hi, my name is Henry Evans, and my favorite baseball player is Cal Ripken Jr.
Hello, my name is Jackson Loomis, and I love The Office.
Hi, my name is Sam Moem, and I play ice hockey.
Hi, my name is Patrick Morelli, and I have a dog named Goofy.
Hi, my name is Logan On, and my favorite TV show is The Simpsons.
Hi, my name is Jacob Goldman, and my favorite baseball player is Anthony Rendon.
Hi, my name is Will Tooby, and the Red Sox are better than the Yankees.
Hi, my name is John Langston, and I'm always hungry.
Hi, my name is George Lee, and I love to sleep.
Hi, my name is Mason Wetzel, and Chipotle is my life.
Hi, my name is Eli Montgomery. Will is wrong. The Yankees are better than the Red Sox.
Where's all the Nationals love? I mean, we had one guy single out Anthony Rendon. We had a little ode to Cal Ripken Jr. I like The Office. I'm big into The Office. Chipotle is my life.
I like it, though. And I like this young boy right here, Gabriel Reyes. It's a wonderful, wonderful game.
George Lee has no idea, but he looks a lot like Bill Lee used to look when Bill Lee was pitching for the Red Sox with the freckles and the blue eyes. All right, so John McMurray, the center fielder, leads things off as DC is going to try to match what New York did. We're in the bottom of the first after an hour and 10-minute rain delay, and that first pitch misses for a ball.
Little spark plug right here with John. He did it in that first game. Got a base on balls and a base hit.
Good fastball. He's laid on that. He's shaking his head. What do you think he's saying there to himself?
It's been a long time since I've hit.
We've played once since we've been here. We got here Saturday. Breaking ball a little high in the zone.
Now we touched about it when we were doing the early New England game, because they too only played both of them. You know, you got to keep these kids busy on the field. I mean, it's a lot of activity, but you got to stay baseball sharp. So, got to get them out in the practice fields and simulate games. But it's just not the same as playing a game. So, it's so important early in these games to get your mojo going and swing the bats.
2-2 to Johnny Mack. He swings and misses at that. Looked like a little slider or something. And the first strikeout of the night for Gabriel Reyes.
Well, he's been the main pitcher so far in the Bristol tournament. He's been successful because of that slider that he has. He's shaking his head. There'll be a lot of shaking of the heads today. This young boy can pitch.
Now you got Will Toomey, best player on this DC team, and he blew a fastball right by him. Good velocity there from Reyes.
And keep it in on this young boy. If he extends those arms. Had a beautiful triple, a couple singles. Had quite a game. See the extension there. Very impressed by Reyes. This is the second game I get a chance to see him as a quick worker. Him and Quesada work really well together. You watch how he sets up on the outside corner, and he pinpoints that pitch.
0-2, just a little high. Quesada just held on to it for a long time, waiting to see if the umpire can be convinced that that was a strike. Greg Tremblay out of Danvers, Mass. is calling balls and strikes tonight, and Toomey spoils another one.
And a tight curve right there. You got to be ready with Reyes. He's got sneaky fastball. He comes right after you. He's calm, he's cool, he's collective, very focused. There it is.
Ball, good pitch, and he's gone. Back-to-back strikeouts to lead things off for Gabriel Reyes.
That's some serious heat up. Not even someone like Toomey could catch up to this. Wow. He just couldn't catch up to it. See how it was in on him? Great pitching.
Third baseman Logan on bats now. Really good pitching, and he kind of short arms it a little bit. He hides it well, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes that fastball.
When you got the wall back there, I'd catch you.
During the introductions, Jaden Quesada, who's the catcher, described himself as the Great Wall of China behind the plate.
But watch how he sets up. That's a big target, number one. But he's got that glove out. You gotta love a catcher who's demanding it, you know, confident and demanding it. Just by his demeanor back there.
Reyes looking to strike out the side. A little high. He was asked if he has a special talent. Reyes didn't respond with pitching, which clearly he's good at. He's a cook, master in the kitchen as he pulls that one wide.
You got something cooking right now.
He sure do.
He's a very humble boy. I spoke to him, told him how well he pitched and what a beautiful game he played. And his response was, "We didn't win." He's just focused on winning a championship. They all are. This New York team is impressive. Good bunch of kids, but they came here to win it.
Inside, and that's going to be the first base runner after a couple of strikeouts. So On heads down to first.
Nice shot by Logan On there. Good try by Reyes. Didn't have enough bite to get over the middle of the plate or the corner, but a good pitch selection right there. And here's the hero.
Hit a walk-off homer and their only win against New Jersey. This is Jacob Goldman, the pitcher tonight. You start early here if you're going to catch up to that Reyes fastball. He's in a good hitter's count now, 2-0, and it was only that one hit that he needed, a 3-run shot, as they rallied from 4 runs down to win at 8-7.
That was a shocker.
It was a shocker.
It was a shocker.
New Jersey has proven himself to be maybe the best team in the region.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree with that. That was a shocker, but a big, big hit.
Had a green light, 3-0, and he swung through it. Now 3-1 on the 21st pitch of the night for Reyes. I'd like to have Jeff Diaz on the mound, but has yet to find that groove and perhaps bothered by something that has prevented him from getting back on the bump.
Yeah, he was he actually started the last game, but he had some issue with his arm. And
3-2.
There it is.
Good battle there, and Reyes, after falling behind 3-0, ends up striking out 3 in the first.
The K-Man. Good job, my friend. Good job. Keep throwing it.
For the round 6,500 leagues, and then of course you multiply that by the number of teams in each league. Generally you go through a district tournament, then you got to win a sectional, and then you have that big state tournament, so you can at least, if you win that, claim, hey, we're the best team in Rhode Island, we're the best team in New York, we're the best team in the District of Columbia. And then you get your regionals, which is what we have here, on your way to Williamsport in Little League World Series, where of course my man here, Dave Bilal, has twice been.
And your difficult journey. And for me as a coach, it always starts for us in Rhode Island at district play, just getting out of your district, then you go to the states. And we're always battle tested in Rhode Island. That's why we have so much success in recent years. It's because the competition we face coming up the ladder in Rhode Island. Same can be said with New York, New Jersey. Now DC, on the other hand, you know, they don't have that competition at that
depth of that competition,
you know,
yeah.
So they gotta get their mojo going in a hurry over here. So there's a good pitch by Goldman. That's a good start.
Is there a two-trip club to Williamsport, meaning guys that took 2 teams to Williamsport?
Is there one?
I'm asking you, is there one?
Is there one?
We can create one, but is there? I mean, are you in a group with X amount of others that have taken 2 different teams to the Little League World Series? I'm sure there's a few of them.
There's probably a few of them.
Dedicate a room up there for the 2-timers.
It's all about the kids you have. I've been blessed with some incredible athletes. And remember, I used the word athletes, and I know when I'm looking at the bios of these teams that have come across, you need the athletes. I was blessed with kids that not only played baseball.
Yeah.
I'm saying this back in 2011, 2014. These young boys with 3-sport athletes, and I think that's what made us good, and that's what makes usually your best teams is these kids who play multiple sports.
Now, this guy you're looking at, Joseph Savignano, he is a basketball player on St. Craig's. Call him the silent assassin on the team. He's kind of under the radar, doesn't make a lot of noise, but he'll deliver for him. And has. He's the third baseman tonight. Looks at one just out of the zone.
I was mentioning Becker early, starting QB for his for his youth football team. All the bios, these kids are standout athletes.
That one underneath the glove of On, and that's going to allow Savignano to reach. Hey, this week, Sunday night, it's going to be in San Francisco. I saw Jessica Mendoza last week at Yankee Stadium. She was excited being a West Coast girl, so they'll be in San Francisco for the Phillies. Bryce Harper against the Giants. That's Buster Posey. We heard one of the players having Buster Posey as his favorite. Coverage starts 6 Eastern, ESPN, the ESPN app. Baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown. On the field here, we got a special pinch runner. Jacob Niero has gone on to be a special pinch runner. As you take a look at the guys that have started in the little leagues and moved all the way to the majors, and some of those, Frazier, superstar player, Bellinger having an MVP season, Conforto, of course. Conforto, one of the unique ones, go Little League, College, and Major League Baseball World Series. It's a smaller group. Looks like Jason Varitek in that group.
And know it's great now when and you've been last couple of years, that game that they play in Williamsport.
Yeah, the MLB Classic.
The Classic.
It's a line shot. That one is down and cut off out there. And a big play by McMurray to go cut that off. That looked like, especially with that wet grass, that skipped by him, and you're going to have maybe 2 runs, at least 1 scoring.
Nosway Santana putting a charge into the. Look at his beautiful swing. That's about as good as it gets right there. Look at it. Load right through the ball. Woo-hoo. You can hear it right off the bat. And you're right. Nice play out there in center field by John McMurray. That thing was skimming away from him.
Back-to-back singles, and now you get into that top of the order, and this is the dangerous part of the order for New York. That one bounced, and a nice job blocking that is Lee behind the plate. Gotta be very careful, though, if you're Washington, D.C. right now, and Goldman's pitch count at 34. New York, 1 out, 2 on. And remember, Becker had a double, then he got thrown out when it came off the bag at third. Oh, turns that one around center field. Back goes the center fielder. It's off the base of the wall.
They run him down here.
2 runs come in as Josue Santana is out at the plate. But they delayed because they thought perhaps it was going to get caught. And the pinch runner, Jacob Niero, thrown out at home, so no runs come across. Not a great read by the base runners.
No, right here, the runner on second base was watching the ball, the flight of the ball. Instead of going halfway, he was anchored on the back and almost get run down by the runner on first, and that's why the delay happened here at the plate. And I know your call was 2 runs scored, but the problem was
Niero waited out there for that ball to go over the center fielder's head.
You got to go at least halfway, at least. So again, we have a
base running issue for DC. They've hurt themselves twice.
And Becker's ripped the ball twice. 1 for a double, and he made he got tagged out at third, and now he rips one, thinking he's going to get a couple RBIs. He's got no RBIs. Running is so important, Colin, as we play these tournaments. We're seeing it here.
1-1. It's another dangerous hitter. So it's 1-0. No runs came in. Niero got hung up there, and Josue Santana was, as you said, right on him. And now behind 3-1. Yeah, Goldman he's playing with fire.
And Diaz, who had a tough time at the plate in his first game, has come in here with one of the better hitters in the tournament. He's due. You do not want to put this over the middle of the plate.
Hit by pitch, and now a walk, and we are loaded for the very dangerous Gabriel Reyes.
So we've had a runner cut down at third, a runner cut down at home on really base running miscues.
Yep, 2 of them. You're right. Becker's been involved with both in some capacity. Ball one. Goldman's thrown 41 pitches.
And New York is ready to explode. It is just a matter of time here that they're going to get a break and they're going to open this game up.
6 of his last 7 pitches have been balls. And he's getting a little frustrated on the mound. That one by, no advancement. And no real reason to try to test that the way Goldman is missing the strike zone. And Reyes, your number 3 hitter at the plate, looking at a 3-0 count.
Well, if you think about it, Goldman has been helped by his defense out there. They've actually made some really good plays. They gunned out a runner at third, slapping a good tag, and they get one out at home plate.
In there for a strike. I don't know if you noticed, but I think Gabriel Reyes called it a strike. Totally up. Yep, that's a strike. I want a chance to swing at it.
Oh, that's a nice
much
pitch.
Better pitch on the inside corner, 3-2.
So he's a pitch away from getting out of this inning unscathed, which would be amazing.
Good fastball there to outside corner, and it sails out of the field of play.
Yeah, Kyle, he really reached back for that one. He did. He threw a little extra mustard on that one. He got a little angry there.
7th pitch of the at-bat. Santana at third. Becker at second. Diaz at first. High and inside, and that's a walk and another run.
It's a great at-bat by Reyes.
2-0 DC.
A good visit right here. Let's listen.
Hey. You're good. Hey, you're throwing a lot of strikes. That's all right. Hey, just let it go. Let it go. All right, we're going to get out of this. We're going to get out of this right now. Make some good pitches here. Let's go in and hit and do some damage, all right? Hey, you're throwing the ball well. We're good. We're good here. We're good. Hey, we're good. We're good. Yep.
So when you went out to talk to your pitchers, like, did you know what you were going to say, or did you think about it on your way out there? Like, when did you start to think about what you were going to say?
No, it was. I was starting to think about it right when the situation happened. Right when he walked that young boy, you know, he got bases loaded. I was definitely coming out. But I was also reminding the infielders, you know, let's get ready. We get, you know, every base is occupied. Help each other out. That has to be a reminder too. So when you come out, you're talking to your pitcher, but also you got to remind your infield, hey, let's make a play. We got each other to help. We got any base here.
Jaden Quezada, the cleanup hitter, doubled his first time up.
Nice stop right there.
Big smile. George Lee liked that scoop. Jammed him, and now he's ahead 1-2.
Quezada's been a force.
Yeah.
He's been a force. This is 2 games now. This is a good-looking hitter.
Already 50 pitches, Dave, here in the 2nd inning.
And that's not good. Hang in there, son. They're patient. But they swing when they see a strike, New York, they're swinging. And this young boy is ready to swing.
Fouled off, stays alive.
Got to give Goldman credit. He is battling. He's giving the best effort. That's all you can ask of your young adults out there. And that's what the coach emphasized. Just, you're doing good. You're doing good. Sometimes they get nervous, and you've got to come out, calm them down, and just trust your stuff. And you catch her. So important. Give him a big target.
Ripped, and that is a fair ball down the line. It plates Becker. Diaz follows him. Reyes isn't stopping. He's in a base-clearing double for Jaden Quezada. He scores 3, and all of a sudden it's 5-0.
Quezada again delivering. And this was a thing of beauty to watch these young boys run the bases. But an inside fastball is actually scorched down the line. And this is the running that we're used to seeing from New York, especially Reyes. Watch him turn this corner. He was motoring. He's having quite a time in Bristol.
That ball was really hit hard and very close to being a foul ball. Third base umpire down there made a call immediately, calling it fair. Darren Weiss out of Tewksbury, Massachusetts. But all of a sudden it's gone from 1-5 to 0. Jaden Torres bats right now. You're right. How quick did Gabriel Reyes go from first to home?
He was flying. You know, when we first started the tournament and New York came advertised, we talked about Becker, and we talked about obviously Jeff Diaz, and then the play of Reyes. And quietly here, and for a fourth hitter, Quesada's been the star.
Right.
He really has.
Then we talked about the top 5 in this order, and the top 5 have done serious damage. Back-to-back doubles for Quesada. He just drove in 3, and now Torres is ahead in the count 3-0, and it's not going well for Jacob Goldman on the mound.
That's what good teams do to you.
And watch the runner now. He's gone all the way to second base. The catcher here didn't call time. Looked at the umpire to hand him the baseball. The umpire said the game's still being played, and the runner touched first, and Torres went all the way to second base.
Smart base running. Smart base running.
Jack McCardle is going to be the first substitute used off the bench to hit. And you can see the teammates out there trying to settle Jacob Goldman down. So Quesada's at third, Torres at second, and Jack McCardle bats against Goldman. Strike one.
Goldman needed that one right there.
9th hitter of the inning.
Nice stop right there.
And George Lee's been really good. He's saved some runs behind the plate tonight so far.
So coming off the rain delay, it's raining again. Raining hits all over the place for New York.
2 strikes on McCardle. See how dangerous this team is, though, with their speed and their ability to put back to ball.
Nice
there you go.
Pitch.
Down the middle, strike 3. Goldman comes off, but a lot of frustration. And one team's frustration is generally another team's elation. Take a look at it. New York's got 4 in the second, lead at 5-0.
You can't help but come here and feel like you're 12 again.
Oh, a diving step. What a play. That one is gone. That's what the Little Leaguers wanted to see.
Oh, the Little Leaguers get a chance to watch the Chicago Cubs. David Ross's old team with Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Javier Baez. Take a look at all the favorite players of these Little Leaguers. Javier Baez's name pops up a lot. And we'll get a chance to see the Chicago Cubs and the Pirates in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, Sunday. Cubbies tonight in a game with the Reds, lead at 6-5. Chicago, of course, leading the National League Central by 3 games.
I love watching those Major League ball players sitting in the crowd.
They love it too. I'm telling you.
They are having a ball, you know, and they are loving the play on the field.
Lee late, he strikes out. That's the 4th strikeout of the night for Gabriel Reyes.
Again, Reyes with that power, effortless, right on the outer edge too. So focused.
Henry Evans' first pitch got jammed and he fouled that off.
And going back to the major league game, and I know you have the pleasure of witnessing those players in the crowd, but you know when they're on the field too, you know, someone like Frazier. I look at Frazier and he plays like he's still in Little League. You know, it's a game. It's a kid's game. It's always going to be a kid's game. And in the end, that's what those major league ball players love the best, is that, you know what, they're with their buds and they're playing baseball. And usually that's what the good teams in the end win out. Those teams that play as a team and play for one another.
Well, you're around like-minded folks. I mean, listening to Jake Arrieta and watching him sit there and talk to the kids last year about the different grips he uses on pitches, and you could tell he got lost in those conversations. I think some of the buses left. Arrieta wasn't pitching, so he kind of hung around and talked as you take a look at another strikeout from Gabriel Reyes.
That's it. That's untouchable right there. That's up and in. He's putting on a clinic.
Well, he's got also a 5-0 lead, and you do wonder, you know, they're going to play again. They're going to move to a title game if you throw less than 35. Given that Diaz has been hurt, do you think with a 5-0 lead of perhaps taking him out so he'd be available on Saturday?
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. That's definitely in the thought process right here. And watching this team for the last couple times here, he would be my guy that I would hold out, no question. I mean, they proved it here for a couple innings that they're the better team. So as a coach, you know, you gotta go with your confidence. Go with this young boy. He's got other boys out there that along the way that can do the job. And when you got a 5-0 lead in the second inning, you get an opportunity to, you know, you got to win the tournament. That's what they came to. And that's what, when I spoke to Reyes, he said that to me. We didn't win. So he'd be more than glad to hand the ball off to somebody else.
Now, if that's the case, this will be the last guy he faces. It would also be the last guy if he gets him out in the inning. So we won't know until they come back out.
That's true.
Whether they've taken him out. But it seems to make sense. He's got Washington on the ropes, and the offense has been great. On the ground is short. Fielded cleanly and a high throw, but not a problem as they retire the side 1, 2, and 3. They're not going to go to a break. Going to go back to the studio, check out what's going on with Phil Murphy.
Thanks, Ravi. There's a lot going on. Simultaneous Little League action across ESPN networks and platforms. You guys are enjoying the New York DC game from the Mid-Atlantic region on ESPN. Streaming now on the app. In Indiana, the Great Lakes region, Kentucky against Michigan, and coming up in a matter of moments on ESPN News, West Region play, Hawaii against NorCal. Whole lot of fun.
We've been going back to Wilderness Sports. So. No, really, it's an unbelievable accomplishment, knowing, you know, the effort that it takes, and nothing against the hockey teams that I've coached, but you know, a lot of that I got to give most of the credit to my dad. But this one, you know, is something I learned from my dad how to coach, and I was able to apply it to my own gender.
Odenbach back up the middle, slow roller, he's flying, throw pulled Evans off the bag, so leadoff man Odenbach is aboard.
Nice hustle by Odenbach right there. The throw just got away from him. Didn't set himself properly. Forget about it and get the next one. That's the tough part about baseball. Is after you make a play and you know the ball gets away from you, or the play eats you up, you got to forget about it, because the next one probably going to come right at you. It always seems to find you. So
you've been involved with games like this where you have a play like that, could have been an out, instead it's an error, and there's just a relentlessness about this Washington team that they're dealing with New York. And again, you're looking at the bottom of the order here. Another substitute off the bench, Jacob Niero bats.
Yeah, you don't need to pour any gasoline on this car. Ooh. They get enough fuel as it is.
Misses away, 2-1. How about the age of the kids? Those hockey players were a little bit older, weren't they? They were high school
that's
kids.
another thing.
You got these guys at that age. I think this would be a terrific age. They're so malleable at this point. You really can make an impact.
You really can. I think that's a good point that you bring up. Like, you know, it's the age difference, and it's a totally different game. Hockey, you can be more aggressive, and they're older, so they can take a little bit more of the heat that you bring to them. These boys, you know, you gotta be passionate with them. You gotta be a little more compassionate and a little more patient. I truly believe that they're the sponge effect. They take in a lot more at that age. They depend on the coach a lot more. So I think the gratification at such a young age, I think only because of the fact that they need you more. I think they're a little, obviously they're.
So now that they're what, 5-6 years older, like what do they say to you? What do they talk about when they? Because I know you still visit and still see a bunch of them. What do they say about those years? I'm curious how it's changed.
Well, they're living it right now. Older. They're living right now. I've got 3 boys that are playing in the American Legion New England Championships that are being held right not far from at Holy Cross, and they're doing extremely well. These boys they've taken with their experience and the winning attitude that they brought to me, and all those good things that I taught them, and my coaching staff taught them about passion and motivation and being a team. They're taking it. They've matured, and they're bringing it to the teammates that they have. So I think what makes me so proud is to see them now as they get older, and they're doing it with their new teammates or the teams that they're on. So that's the gratifying part of seeing these kids later on, is that they're bringing that pride attitude to the, whether it's in school or whether it's on the field or on the ice.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the reward. And then for them, when I see them, they call me coach. I think as a, you know, that's it for me. That brings a tear to my eyes. That's all I need to, you know, coach. So
that was a heck of an at bat there by Jacob Niero. He drew a walk after 9 pitches. And a breaking ball misses. So we're back to Oswe Santana, who ripped a single his first time up, later scored a run.
And the pitch count continues to drive upward. But the young boy is still throwing hard and giving an effort. That's all you can ask. You know, Coach Morelli has another game in his pocket. So right now he's going to be able to keep these young boys motivated and confident.
Left field deep. Caught and no tag. So Santana retired. And now you head back to the top of the order. So we're at 75 pitches. Dave brought it up. And anybody that goes over 66, which obviously is the case here, you need 4 days of rest. The interesting decision is going to be whether Reyes comes back, because he is sitting between that 21 and 35. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Nice pitch right there. And just give it your all till he takes the ball away from you.
Dangerous hitter, Nick Becker.
He's hit 2 shots, both of them reaching the fence. A couple bounces on one, off the fence on the other. What's this young boy hit? It is smooth.
Good take there. Odenbach is off second base. Good pitch. 2-2.
A little extra again. Becker's such a good hitter. He makes adjustments. He watched that pitch go all the way to the mitt. That's the difference between watching it and watching going into the mitt.
Breaking ball, line shot. That's over the head of the shortstop. Oden back to third. He's being waved in. He will come in and score. 6-0 DC, and another good piece of hitting for Nick Becker, who's 3 for 3 tonight.
3 for 3 on the previous pitch. He took it because the pitch was inside, but he adjusts. He's patient, has his body weight back, and rips one right over the shortstop head. Thing of beauty. 3 for 3, putting on a hitting clinic. See where he stayed back, Carl. He just, weight's always back with him. His hands are back.
And they seem very comfortable with 2 strikes. Diaz has reached base twice, and he has yet to get a hit. He got hit by a pitch, and then he walked. Diaz will give you the old roses are red, violets are blue. I love to hit bombs off of you. You can see that swing. If he could make contact, he's got a big uppercut type swing, a little bit like Manny Ramirez used to swing.
Yeah, good point.
It's not Manny, but his ex-teammate David Ortiz, who is his favorite athlete. Outside. News encouraging on his favorite athlete, David Ortiz. Now back at home after being shot. And he is in recovery mode as that one misses again. 3-1 in the dangerous spot here for Diaz, and if not for Reyes, who's on deck and another good hitter.
And Jeff Diaz, who's an excellent hitter. Pull the trigger on this one, Jeff. He needs to get going. They're going to need him going forward on Saturday. If this continues the way they need his bats.
This will be the last batter that Goldman can face. His 85th pitch. He missed. Oh, that's called strike. A little delayed strike. Diaz was starting to commit to go to first, but instead he puts the brakes on, and now 3-2.
That was a nice pitch right there by Goldman, keeping it away.
Little low, and for the third time he reaches, second time via the walk. Bases are loaded, and Jacob Goldman's going to be taken out of the game as he has thrown his 86th pitch. And as the manager comes to the mound to take the ball and bring in a new pitcher, Gabriel Reyes bats with the bases loaded.
Hey, Jake. Hey, Jake. Hey, Jake. Hey, Jake. Good. John. Hey, Jake. Hey, you're good. All right, Henry, we're going to move Jake
John
over to
McMurray
first.
looks like he's coming in from center field. He's going to pitch.
Okay.
Everyone else gets their fielding assignments.
Hey, Jake.
We'll take a timeout with New York up 6-0, and the bases loaded with the number 3 hitter coming up for New York. Welcome back, everyone, and a new pitcher on the mound. John McMurray. It's not Michael Gizzi who's come in. It's John McMurray for DC, who's going to be pitching. Sam Malm has moved into center field. He comes off the bench. And it's not an enviable position for McMurray to come in.
But I like the gum.
He's got the gum going. Got the right attitude about him, but he's got the bases loaded.
I do. I love it. Keep chewing no matter what happens. I like the wiggle, too. You see the wiggle? All right, son. Good luck to you. Do your best. That's all you can ask. He's been there before. It's been one of their pitches. But he's got a tough customer coming up.
Goldman has gone over to play first base. See what Gabriel Reyes has. First pitch right down Broadway. Good start. Reyes grounded out to the second baseman, walked and scored in the second, and here he is with the bases loaded in the 6-0 game in the top of the third. Only one out. And a little jam shot with the ball spinning all over the place. Goldman picks it up. Safe at first. Another run comes across. Good hustle down the line by Reyes. And Goldman did everything. That ball was spinning wildly. And a good job by McMurray to cover.
It was a good baseball play. That's just, that was done extremely well. That first of all, McMurray makes an excellent pitch against an excellent hitter. jams him. This ball's spinning. Gorman makes a nice play. Covers the bag. It's still speed. You know, good try, guys. Good try.
Yeah, it looks like McMurray's foot just didn't quite get to the bag. And now guys hit 2 doubles. Jaden Quezada. Breaking ball up. This is a real dangerous spot now.
But I was impressed with McMurray. He comes in, he's got the bases loaded, throws a good pitch, and has the presence of mind to cover first base. So good for you, son. That was a good baseball play.
There is some lightning on the bases. Remember last time Quezada hit that double to left and Reyes was on first. And he saw only green lights. There's no such thing as a blinking yellow or red.
And the right guy is up again. Holy Moses. He can hit. Just look at him.
They've done a lot of air damage with 2 strikes, too.
Murray's getting right back on that mound. He's got the cap going, the gums chewing, and he's thrown nothing but strikes.
Little Ephus trying to throw that curveball in.
He's doing a great job. Really, he's doing a tremendous job. I just look at the look in. He's ready.
Fastball, that one's through. That's going to plate Becker. Diaz is going to come in. Reyes actually did put the brakes on, but 2 more runs come in, and Jaden Quezada's 3 for 3 tonight.
An RBI machine. This Quezada, he can hit the ball. He just hits
2 strikes.
He just hits the ball where it's pitched. Again, in a half, he turns on it. It's a fantastic job. Again, good base running. Pick up your coach. They're going to wheel him. Good job. There we go.
Quezada has made the most of his opportunities. 2 doubles, a single, and 6 of the 9 runs batted in. Torres, that is foul by a few feet.
Torres has had a great tournament too. You said it. These first 5 hitters, you don't get better.
No, first 5
you
will
really
put all
don't.
sorts of pressure on you, from a 2-strike approach to the speed. Torres rips one into the gap. That's going to score Reyes easily. It's cut off out there, but going from first to third is Quezada, and in there at second base is Torres. The top 5 just continue to hit the ball hard. This is awfully impressive, Dave.
Yeah, it is. It's a track meet as we're watching it from here. Hey, they came in as advertised as one of the better hitting teams in the tournament. And they're showing us why. They're patient, they're waiting for strikes, and when they get them, and these are just not, these are rips.
They hit hard.
Oh, on the nose, they're squaring off.
Jose Olivo Jr. Well, to McMurray's credit, and partly to his detriment, is he's such an accurate pitcher that every one of his pitches is right around the plate. And these guys light up when they see that. That one misses by a bunch.
I'm still liking this McMurray. I am just liking him. I love the way he just gets back there and he's pitching. I was told to pitch, and I'm going to pitch.
To second base, to first. Another run comes in. It's 11-0 in favor of New York.
It's a good pitch right here.
Michael Grizzi will bat for the first time.
Right about now, everybody in the New York dugout, they want to. Everyone's at the fence right now looking for a bat. It's contagious.
Crowd chanting "Grizz, Grizz, Grizz." They've been involved with baseball in Haverstraw, the family for 50 years. That one gets by. Here comes the runner from third. He scores easily to give him an even dozen.
One of those games, very difficult to be on the opposite end of this game. Very difficult. This is where you get challenged as a coach, trying to keep these young spirits up. Keep reminders. Kyle, you keep reminding them. Let's go play. Let's go out and play. That's when you start admitting to them that this team is good. Don't worry about it. This team is good.
Slow roll at a second, and the flip to first for the out. Good hustle down the line, but that'll do it. They add 7. They lead at 12 zip. We head to the bottom of the third here in Bristol, New York, over DC. With Dave Belisle, Carl Ravitch back here in Bristol, the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Washington, D.C. Been flummoxed all night by this guy who's been outstanding on the mound, Jose Reyes. And we mentioned the decision that had to be made. Do you leave him in or take him out? And they made the smart decision. They took him out, which means he's eligible on Saturday. I'm not sure Gabriel liked the idea of being taken out, but 5 strikeouts in 2 innings and a 12-0 lead.
That they'll need him.
So Josue Santana will be on the mound. And of course, as we mentioned, and everyone knows around Little League, there is a 10-run rule, which New York currently sits at with a 12-run cushion, but you got to play 4 full innings, so at least 2 more at-bats for kids from D.C. and a new pitcher, which probably is a little bit of a relief to them, too.
And you'll see him throw 20. They just keep on parading him out as long as this game goes. Make sure everybody's available for New York.
He can throw up to 35. If they win, they go right to the game on Saturday.
That is true.
Tomorrow.
There is no game tomorrow. Thank you for correcting me on that.
Just outside, called strike. Straight over the top, huh? The delivery from Josue Santana.
But they have multiple of pitches that can pitch in this tournament.
On the ground, Reyes, who struck everybody out, looks pretty clean in the field as well. So he throws him out from second base. So Gabriel Reyes has moved over to second base. Diaz vacates second. He goes to center field. That's a Little League star there, Reyes. The way he's played, the way he's hit, the way he's pitched, the way he's composed himself.
And he can field, too. And we just saw it right there, but last game he made a couple unbelievable plays.
Attempt to bunt from Ben Blyer, the right fielder. I just think everybody at that age could describe pizza. I'd say 90%. One of the favorite foods is going to be pizza. Top 3, pizza's on the list.
It's got to be on the list.
And I should qualify. It's not even that age. I'll go pizza top 3.
I'll go. I love coming. Definitely. I love coming to this venue because I'm a kid again. I've got slushies and Twizzlers, and
they were feeding you Twizzlers today, huh?
Yeah.
You just walk by and people hand you stuff.
They do.
That's what getting 2 teams to Williamsport will do for you.
Yep. I come here and broadcast the greatest game and gain weight.
As David Ross would always say about going to Williamsport, if you do a little exercise during the day and you eat all that, you're just playing for the tide. You're playing for the tide. Reyes, another smooth play in the field, and they're at 2 down. After this Little League regional action tonight, Catch Sports Center, John Butchergrass, John Anderson, highlights and reacts from the preseason NFL games. 11 scheduled. There are some that have been affected by the rain and lightning as well. Saints going to put that NFC Championship loss behind them. How do they do that? Better instant replay. And a breakdown of Tigers' first round in New Jersey. They're starting the FedEx Cup playoffs at Liberty National Sports Center after Little League regional action on ESPN as well as the ESPN app.
Love this time of year. Go back to the hotel, watch some more Little League baseball.
Get the West up right now.
Ooh, love the West.
Northern California threw 17 in a game the other night on offense. It's a Northern Cal year, not a Southern Cal year. Of course, Hawaii's still there, Arizona.
Nice cut right there.
Josue Santana doing exactly what you want your relief pitcher to do in a spot when you have a 12-run lead. Just throw strikes.
Yep.
And let him hit it to Gabriel Reyes, and we'll be fine.
And Nick Murray doing what he's supposed to do. He's the leadoff man, trying to get on.
He's gone, Santana. That was effective. A 12-pitch inning. And we'll take a timeout here. Back to Bristol, New York, and D.C. at the Little League World Series. Now, there have been a lot of offensive heroes for the team from Haverstraw, New York, and they've gotten a bunch of extra base hits. But the top of the order has really done damage. And certainly doing most of the damage is Jaden Quezada. 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a single as we take a look at our Honda game summary. 5 strikeouts for Reyes. There's Quezada's numbers. The game was delayed by an hour and 10 minutes by a downpour and some lightning. And New York has channeled all that lightning into their bats. 10 hits, no errors. DC 1 error. And they don't have a hit yet in this game.
No hits.
So it has been a very dominating performance by the team from New York. And New Jersey is up to the task. We'll see them tomorrow. They will, if all things stay the same, take on this Washington, D.C. team. That's a D.C. team that shocked them with that Dave Goldman, I should say, walk-off home run.
Are you looking at McMurray like I'm looking at McMurray? I mean,
he's very likable. I see where you're at.
I mean, I'm just liking it. Hasn't changed. And if you're in New York, yeah, you're going to have some substitution. Or these guys, they want to get their at-bats. They've only played 1 game.
There's a rip. That's a fair ball.
Nice hit.
And Odenbeck is standing there at second base. They all hit. For a while, I thought it was the top 5. I think they all hit.
You know, when you only see him play 1 game, it's difficult to judge. But now we're really seeing the true New York team as advertised. They hit.
All right. Hey, Jackson, how does your arm feel? Can you get us through this inning so we can save John for tomorrow?
Sure.
You sure? You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go to second. All right, we're good? All right, hey, get this done. All right, thanks. Okay, that's great. Okay, get you.
Well, you have it. We're going to save McMurray. So New Jersey now knows who they're going to face tomorrow. And that's going to be your guy, John McMurray. So he'll head over to the second base bag. And we'll get a new pitcher when we come back. Loomis likes the quesadillas. He's 5'3", 100 pounds. He's 12 years old. Savignano's on second base with another double. And, well, McMurray, how do you think you sleep tonight knowing you're hurling tomorrow?
Well, they better get him another box of bazooka gum. He's a good-looking kid, though, huh? Came to play baseball and doing a great job for his team here in Bristol, Connecticut. They should be proud of him.
He ran into a buzzsaw tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's not too many pitches that are going to get out of this night unscathed by this lineup. So he has nothing to be ashamed of. He was asked by his manager to pitch. He threw strikes. He just faced an incredible hitting baseball team.
He reached his limit of 20 so that he's able to come back and pitch tomorrow. Tell you one thing in this game against these kids from New York, that hot corner is really hot. There have been a bunch of shots down that third baseline.
There have been.
Logan On is the guy down there right now as Loomis's first pitch misses ball 1. He'll face Josue Santana. And then the unfortunate part for DC is that they go back to the top of the order.
It's a nice pitch right there. Nice motion.
Michael Gizzi, who batted last inning for New York, his dad. Anthony's been involved with this Little League for 50 years. The beautiful part, or at least one of the beautiful parts of all these Little Leagues, you have these individuals that are just so dedicated to baseball and their respective leagues. He's like the answer guy. Any question that you have about Haverstraw Little League, where to find things, how to get fields, balls, whatever it may be, he's a guy in every community seems to have 1, 2, 3, 5 of those individuals.
Well, that's what makes, when I was coaching, my job easy. It's the people behind the scenes. I have the privilege. These people are sacrificing their time. They're organizing. They're getting sponsors. They're getting these kids the uniforms. They're getting the fields ready. People volunteering for concession stands. It's a family atmosphere, but it's the people behind, like you just said, Carl, that make it all happen. This venue right here, this beautiful venue is all volunteer. You just saw the ground crew get this field. It was beautiful in a matter of 10 minutes after the rain.
Breaking ball, Nick Becker ducks out of the way of that. So top of the order, Becker's 3 for 3 with a couple of doubles and a single.
Ball gets by George Lee, but he has done a great job back there. Very few balls have gotten by him. He's kept a positive attitude. Putting that mask back on and being the catcher that he is. Target's been strong all night long, and he's playing. It was a good night. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 runs, single, RBI. Nice pitch right there.
Down the middle for a strike. (3-1). Ball 4, so Becker's going to reach. Chris Sale did one of those Chris Sale things tonight. Struck out 13, gave up 2 hits in 8 innings, and the Red Sox beat the Angels tonight. The other story around baseball is that Bo Bichette, Dante's son, starts his career with 9 games in which he's had at least an extra base hit, which ties Ted Williams.
Wow.
In 1939. Extra base hits in 9 straight. First since Ted Williams did that. And they will throw down, and now you got a runner in a pickle.
Get the out, boys.
Get the out is right. Safe, and now they throw and they score a run. They don't get an out. Flume just missed Becker there. Not sure that's exactly what New York's head coach wanted Becker to do there. They had a pass ball in which the runner stayed at third base, in which he easily could have scored.
Yeah.
On the corner to Diaz. Diaz, one of these guys that has participated in home run derbies, different state championships, and he's won them. But he's just waiting to meet a baseball. We went outside, we go inside for another called strike.
Good job, Jackson.
Swings like Manny Ramirez, says David Ortiz is his hero. Where's Manny's number 24? He didn't swing at that one.
Nice pick there by George Lee, stopping that ball in the backhand. Yeah, he's got that Manny Ramirez look and feel.
Mike Loomis going right at him, and he strikes him out. Find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action, join the conversation with hashtag Little League or LLWS for Little League World Series.
How about that, Jackson Loomis? That was a good-looking fastball.
Sure was.
It really was.
Now Gabriel Reyes, who's the starting pitcher tonight, who pitched outstanding, moved over to second base, will be eligible to pitch on Saturday. And he's reached base twice and scored twice.
I tell you, Loomis throws well. He'll be one of the boys that we'll see tomorrow.
Locates it well.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Oh, 2. Catcher stands up, throws it up, doesn't get Reyes to chase. One thing that the coaches from New York will tell you about their team, they got high baseball IQ. They've been playing, they've been winning at various levels, 10, 11, and 12. That's foul ball. But you can see the way they play, you can see the way they run.
Yes.
And they field very well also.
They're going to be a tough team to beat. Whoever they play on Saturday. Very difficult.
Mid-Atlantic game Saturday night, the championship. New England Regional will be during the day. That final. You've seen the teams. Who do you like, Rhode Island or Connecticut tomorrow? Because Rhode Island and Connecticut always play each other in this regional.
Yeah, it's a big rivalry. It's been that way for the last 10 years, it seems like.
1 o'clock tomorrow.
The border war. Both teams. Rhode Island beat Connecticut in the first matchup in extra innings. That was a good game. I expect the same results tomorrow as far as the score being very close. I see all 3 teams, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, anyone can win. I know New Hampshire is sitting really good right now. It was a great ball game that we called, so that's up for grabs.
And that one misses. Another walk there for Loomis as Reyes heads down to first. Usually, though, it feels like it's been kind of Cumberland, Rhode Island, Fairfield, Connecticut. This year, a little different. You got Barrington, Rhode Island, and Madison, Connecticut.
Yeah. It's nice to see it. Well earned, too. I was at that Rhode Island State Championship, and Barrington beat Cranston Western, a power in Rhode Island. Madison went through some tough teams through Connecticut.
Yeah, Madison lost their first game here, too, at the regional. It's like the last guy you want up here, by the way.
Yeah, it's just
Caden Quesada 3 for 3, 6 RBI, and here's one to center field, and that's deep, and it is off the glove of the center fielder. So Quesada is adding to his RBI total, unless they call that an error. But he's got 2 more, so he's got 8 on the night, and it's a hit. Caden Quesada, 3 doubles, a single, and 8 RBI. That's a 4 for 4, 8 RBI night.
That's a Little League career.
That's a Little League career, right?
I think that was my career. That was unbelievable. What a night he's had, the young boy. And again, he hit that ball right on the screws.
The run rule in Little League Baseball, if you have a lead of 15 or more after the 3rd inning, the game will end. If you have a lead of 10 or more, it'll end after 4, providing the home team, the trailing team, bats.
I think at this point, though, Coach, we need to hold the runners up, base by base. They've at the 15-run mark here. Keep hitting. No question about it.
Mentioned Bo Bichette. There was a connection to the Little League World Series because Dante was the coach of Bo's older brother, Dante Bichette Jr., back in 2005 when they came out of Florida and played the Little League World Series. You got to believe that Bo was running around, probably sliding down the hill.
Hey, that Toronto team is.
They're going to be fun the next few years.
You've got those.
I didn't realize, Belial, you got a little French Canadian in you. I didn't. That snuck up on us today during the rain delay, when as a Rhode Island hockey coach, you declared you were a Canadiens fan.
Yeah. and one of my boys from the 2014 team, probably listening right now, Jaden Struble, my first baseman, my power-hitting first baseman.
I remember Jaden
Yes,
Struble. Yeah.
Got drafted this year by the Montreal Canadiens second round. Quite, and we talk about athletes. That was an athlete right there. He could have played any sport. He was that good.
Yeah.
Lacrosse, hockey, baseball. He was jamming basketballs in my backyard at 12 years old. I told him to stop it. He was breaking my rim.
It's a 10-foot
rim? Yeah, the 10-foot rim.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Nice pitch.
Ground to second. Good hop. And that'll do it there. So they'll come up and they need a bunch. Bottom of the fourth. As we continue at the Little League World Series here in Bristol. A handful of 300 games. He's a champion bowler. Is Mookie Betts. Loves college basketball. Could dunk basketball, shoot basketballs. Visited a couple of times when we were in Nashville doing Vanderbilt games, and Tennessee was in town. A huge Tennessee fan, so he got a chance to come and watch. And for a while, Tennessee was one of the top teams this year in the country for Rick Barnes. Mookie is a huge sports fan.
That is great to hear. What a player.
Will Toomey leads things off here. We will get you to the Hawaii. Ooh, there's a great glove play and a strong throw, but no out as Nick Becker went into the hole to make that play. But Toomey reaches, and that's the first hit of the night for DC.
Nice tryout there by Nick Becker. There's no quitting Toomey. Getting the first hit of the game for DC, but what an effort by Becker, ranging into the hole.
That campaign is terrific. Don't retire, kid. It's sort of based on the idea that a young man gets up and does a press conference in which he announces he's no longer enjoying sports. He's not having fun anymore. There was a game in which his coach wouldn't put him in. There was some other frustrating parts of it that kids wouldn't necessarily be exposed to unless adults kind of got in the way of the thing. And the campaign is terrific. I wonder, how many times did you come across, or have you experienced kids, given your coaching background, who've just been burned out? You know, you can kind of see it. How often does that happen?
That happens way too often. You know, at a young age, Carl, a very, very young age. You know, play multiple sports. Try different things, especially when they're young, and let them continue to try them and participate in them. You know.
So you see it, and what do you see? I mean, that's maybe the lesson is not that you see it.
Well, I see peer pressure. That's what I see. I see one boy following another boy, or I should say, it's usually one adult following another adult. Whether, you know, where you going this year? Oh, you're going to this league. You're going to that league. So that, you know, go play different sports. And
what are some of the signs? So you've been around sports your whole life. What are some of the signs?
Some of the signs
that a kid's burned out?
Well, first and foremost, what I see is I don't see kids playing outside, you know, during the summers. I just don't see it. It has to be organized. That's troubling, number one. Number two, you know, is there a heightened level of frustration? Is there a lack of passion? Or are they bored? What indicates to you, you know what, you're not enjoying this. You're a little fried here. Well, they're going from one practice to another game. They're all playing sports where they're traveling and doing like 6-7 games over a weekend. All you're doing is playing games and practicing at the same. It's a rat race out there, and let them go to school. Let them play at home. Yes, let them play sports, or multiple sports. I just think that if you continue playing the same game year round, number one, you're not gonna be the athlete that you are. You're not gonna diversify yourself with different friends. You know, you know, it's
different groups.
You need different groups. You got to open up your personality, open up your.
Different coaches get exposed to it.
Yeah, you heard Mookie Betts. He said this. He said it perfectly.
Right.
So.
Sam Malm, he bats now. If he is to be retired, the game will be over after 4 innings with our run rule in effect here.
Well, good for Little League Baseball promoting that program. I love it. This is the first I've heard of it, and I am going to back that to the hills. And good job for ESPN for promoting it also. I love it. We need it.
The New York pitching after their performance tonight and their offense is all set for Saturday championship game with a ticket to Williamsport to be punched. 0-2 and fouled off, so it will not end on that pitch. And it's going to be D.C., assuming this one does end this way, against New Jersey tomorrow. And D.C. is going to be pressed to see McMurray on the mound against a really good offense with a little bit of revenge on their mind, because remember, D.C. beat New Jersey in that first game. That one is a strike, but the runner goes to first, and we are loaded as the ball got by the catcher.
Yeah, New Jersey did get beat by this D.C. team. So there'll be not only a revenge factor, but they're rolling. New Jersey.
Both, I mean, you got to think both of them, right? New Jersey's rolling, and this New York's scary.
Very scary. Very scary. If they do meet, I'm going to be here.
Daniel Paiho with the bases loaded. First pitch, high, ball one.
Well, this would be big for D.C.
I think they feel better already. I think those back-to-back hits from 2 million on gave them something to feel good about. And even at a 15-0 game. A meeting on the mound, we saw a relief pitcher run out to the bullpen again. You're kind of in that situation where you want to make sure that every arm that can be available is available for a championship game in an effort to get to Williamsport.
Yeah, good job by Coach right there. I think he just wanted to make that young. It was all about that boy right there. That's what he wanted to do, to make sure that he knows that he's been fantastic. Try to get the last out. Just stay positive. Stay positive, no matter what the end result here is in this pitch. Just want to remind him that he's something special. That's good. That's a good hack right there.
Hawaii and Northern California follows us. It's currently on ESPN News. We'll get you there on ESPN as soon as we're done here. Hawaii leading that one 5-1. And this one is ripped into right field. That's going to get down for a hit. It's going to bring in 1 run, and DC's on the board.
All right.
Toomey scores. And 3 hits in the inning. That one by Daniel Paiho.
You know what? DC can go back to the dorm feeling good about themselves if they got themselves a nice run right here. Coach he has to be proud of them the way they've fought in this inning. You know, that's important. No, we sit here, Carl, we say, oh, well, New Jersey, New York, they beat this Jersey team.
Loomis to right. That one is over the head of the right fielder. Slipping on the track out there. All 3 runs come in, and Loomis is at second with a double. Ball gets by. He'll head to third.
All right.
Hold on a second.
All right. I love it. Just so glad that this ball is absolutely smoked. Look at that young boy, how happy he is. He takes a pitch and drives it the other way. Doesn't get better than that. So this young boy came on the mound, did a great job, and now he lifts the spirits of his DC team.
John Langston will bat now. He is behind 0-1. 2 more runs and the game will continue. 1 more still leaves him with a 10-run deficit. On the ground to short. Tough
nice
hop, but a good play, and that'll do it. And that will be how this game ends, with New York scoring 15, including 7 in the 3rd inning. And our 10-run rule applies here, and New York is 1 win away from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The kids from Haverstraw win it big time, 15-4. See you tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Time as we continue with the New England Regional. It'll be Rhode Island and Connecticut. For Dave Belisle, our entire crew, Carl Ravitch saying so long from Bristol. We're off to San Bernardino.